But I'm going to let you look at it first, and then I'll let you tell me what you think. I'm going to draw my line so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so ball line, turn the ball 90 degrees is right there. The path is right to the right elbow. It's going to be your spine angle. Let's just do the one on the. Let's do the one on the right first.
Move my right hip back too soon, like I was doing last week.
This is right before I asked you. I'm sorry. Right after I asked you if this was a full swing, and you said yes. So I'm going to draw a line here. From your left shoulder to your middle of your lead hand to your shaft. That's the top of your backswing. All right, let's do the one on the left. All right. So that club is way inside.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that I see, which is causing. You said something about your right hip. I agree. Your right hip is influencing that, but your hands are rolling that club inside. So it's way too flat. Where your left arm should be is over your right shoulder, and the club should be up in there. That's way over there. So now the club is coming in too flat or too far behind you.
Yeah.
And you haven't levered it enough. You don't hit this one on the toe. You're just holding the face off. There's no releasing of the club. And it looked like that to me on all your shots. So you're getting the handle ahead, but there's no releasing of the club. You're just dragging it through. There's no release. Still no release. So let's do a proper takeaway and proper downswing. Don't let me forget this number. This is 251. So let's find somebody that's similar in your height. We always use Trevor because he's a good example of what I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to take the same line, go from the heel of the club through the right elbow. We'll go to you at the top. There's you. And here's him. So look at his right elbow and his wrist. Like this. So this is fully hinged, fully cocked. Look at your club. I bet your club is 3 to 4 feet from the head of that club, as far as the length of the arc. The right elbow is up and off the chest. I'm going to show you in the other view in a minute, but yours is stuck inside and behind you. Well, look how he took it back. Let's look. I know it's shaking. I don't know why this is happening. But that club is way more up and in front of him, and yours is way around to the inside. So it's going to keep seeking that balance, that weight. So now the shaft plane, as Harvey would tell you, is too flat. It's too around. We wanted the butt end of the club pointing inside the ball there. Right? So now the shaft is going to work up plane. And it has more room to work out in front of you, and you have more levers, more wrist angle, more right arm to release the club. You don't ever get to that releasing of the club position because you hadn't levered it properly. So you're just turning your chest and swinging your arms, and there's no release of the club. You're just dragging it. You're releasing the crap out of it. Look at the difference in the face and where the exit is and then the land. All right, what was the number? 241? 251. All right, let's look at it from face on. All right, there's you. It's going to go around and flat. That's the length of your backswing. He's going to go straight back and up. And look how more vertical that shaft is right there. And that's where you stop, too. So your right arm is stuck down by your side. It is way up off his chest like this. Wrists are fully caught. Look at the difference in that. Your shoulders have turned the same amount as his. And look where your left arm is, and look where his is, and the shaft. So you're losing a huge part of levering of the club. Even went further than that. You just got more to release there. You bring your hands down the same amount. Your left arm is doing the same amount. Look at the shaft angle. Your club is moved down the same amount with the shaft. Impact. It compresses it. You compress it, but you don't have anything to release now. Watch it. Look at his hands and his arms release over. It's uncocking that club. What happened to swinging the club head? I'll tell you what happened to it. When it goes inside like that and flat, how far can you go? You know, one of the lessons I gave you, it's been a couple of lessons ago, even when you're hitting partial swing shots, I'll show you, I'm going to put me up here just for a second. I'm going to show you it. I'm a big believer in this. And Jackson and I kind of used to go round and round about this. I'm trying to find a wedge here for a second. Here it is. This is a sand wedge. Just watch the swath of the club. That's a practice swing. But what I'm doing right there, I was doing this with John Sosa. I don't know if you remember John. But I used to get him to practice taking the club head up and outside of his hands so the shaft would go vertical. As soon as you go around, I don't remember what number this was, but it's 250, I believe, is that when you get to that same position, I would say, and I've had a tour player here for 3 days, Michael Martinson, who's on the web.com tour. And the only thing we changed was that right there. And the shaft is parallel to the ground with the head outside the handle. So now the shaft is playing, the swath of the club head is actually working on, I'm going to explain this just for a second. People don't understand this more times than not. So the more the club goes around, points outside the ball line, the more over-rotated you get. Now this is just a 3/4 wedge shot. So even when you're hitting partial swing shots, you still got to get the club more up the plane. I'm going to show you a full swing in a minute. Because now the club shallows out on its own. There's no effort to let the club shallow out. It just shallows out. Right? So it was more up plane going back, and now it's actually flatter, isn't it? Not this flat, though. Watch where yours is. My club is over here. Yours is way back there. So now it's parallel to the plane. Shaft is parallel. Look where yours is pointing right now. That's parallel to the plane. Where's your shaft pointing? You're not trying to hit it over there, are you? You're trying to hit it on this line. So now the wrist and the arms rotate over. That's why the shaft exits over here and shut. There's none of this going through the other way. Now, what would be the difference in full? I think I had a full one in there somewhere. Yeah, this is like an 8-iron. Different day, working on the same thing. Club stays outside the hands, up. The only difference in that plane is the length of the arc. I bet my hands are in the same position. If they kept going, wouldn't they go more that way? right.